and water heaters. They also provide excavation and repair of water and sewer lines, serving both residential and commercial properties. The one-time plumber office is located at 509 South Beeline Highway, and their number is 928-267-3411.
And thank you to One Time Plumber for sponsoring our KRIM Community Spotlight program. Good morning, Rim Country. Hope you're having a great morning, and we are here live and enjoying the beautiful morning here. You can watch our program on our KRIM Radio feed. That was used in watches that made them glow, the hands and the markers glow, that was later banned. This play, I guess we'll ask, did you ever hear?
No, I have no idea this is a thing.
There was a movie about it, and you watched that. How about you?
No, I hadn't heard about it.
No? Okay, so first a little bit about you guys. A senior?
Yes.
All right, happy to be graduating?
Yes.
Yes?
Yeah.
She loves
I'm excited, but a little, like the future.
Yeah.
Oh, that's scary.
Not yet. Too soon. Too soon. All right. And Hayden and Maraya, what grades are you in?
Sophomore.
Sophomores. Both sophomores.
Yeah.
All right. How long have you been in drama?
I've been in drama for 4 years.
4 years?
I've been doing drama stuff since I was 10. I joined the class in 6th grade, and I've been doing it ever since.
Oh, wow.
Well, without the class, I've been in it since, well,
Why?
I met Mr. and Mrs. Seiler when I was like 2.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So wild. And
If we talk about theater without just like the class at the high school, man, I've been doing plays since I started doing shows with Catherine Blanco, and then I came to the high school in freshman year and have been with Longhorn Theater Company since.
Nice, nice. So has there been a play like this that you've done that for the two of you, because you already knew about this, Hayden, but that you didn't know like anything about it? Like,
Or fiction.
It was a few years ago. It was a
Yeah.
fall play a few years ago. It was based off a true story, and it was just kind of like a bunch of orphans getting. Well, I hadn't heard of that before the play, but it was a good one.
It was a good one?
Yeah,
Wow.
it was the first actual real life big production that I was a part in.
Me
Yeah.
too.
Main lead,
Uh-huh.
and it was a bunch of vignettes. So there's a bunch of stories built into the play going on throughout the hour and a half that it was. And I got the part that I auditioned for. Nobody wanted her because she was from a whole different country.
Yeah.
But then this nice older man took her in, and she got bullied in school.
Mm.
But when everyone got to love her sweet personality, then everyone just like joined.
Yeah,
that was one of them.
Yeah, there were like 7 others.
Yeah, it was,
Wow.
every ending was so different.
I hated an orphan. Like,
Yeah.
I smacked him with a purse,
Oh.
accused him of like thievery.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But my character was like very, very reserved, very conservative,
Classy.
and very classy. She was a rich young bachelorette.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So this one, the Radium Girls, the performances are this week. They're Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Thursday at 7 p.m., Friday at 4 p.m., and then Saturday at 7 p.m. And go to, it's probably Eventbrite, is that what the school uses?
I think we
Eventbrite?
we stopped using
Use something else?
Yeah.
website now, right?
I believe so.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
click on it while we're talking, and I'll find out
Okay.
how it goes. Again, it's Radium Girls, and what are your characters? So,
I think that's the right word.
Yes.
But I am one of the Radium Girls, the only one who actually does something about. There's a bunch of girls that are these rights.
gotcha. So, you're kind of the one that initiates the action, saying, hey, something has to be done about this because girls.
Catherine. I am one of the Radium Girls. Basically, while we notice the problem happening, I start getting really sick, and while Grace is fighting for everyone's right together and keep fighting so we can figure out the problem.
And when does this take place again, Cameron? What year approximately? Or
It starts in like the 1918, and then it goes.
The people that were applying the radium to the watches, they were mostly women, all women?
All women.
All women.
Girls, yeah.
Men felt that they.
We're at war.
Oh, that's
Men were
true.
fighting for our country.
Yeah.
There was only a few like older men that were like in charge of the company or like in charge of like in different like higher status leadership roles, and everyone else was like
Yeah, at least the dial painting part is in World War One.
World War One, gotcha. So, radium was invented by Madame Curie.
Yeah.
Yes.
Does it show any of that?
So there's an interview kind of press scene about Madame Curie.
Now, before the show, we were talking, that's not one of the characters you play as well, because you
No,
play how
yeah.
many?
I have 5.
5.
Matter that much are I am the founder of the U.S. Radium Corporation, the whole company that's like accidentally poisoning these girls.
Yeah.
My character, Dr. created the paint that was
Okay.
glowing that they used to paint the dials.
Yeah.
And then later on in the story, I also play the lawyer that fights against.
It's probably show a lot of attitude.
Oh, yeah.
Just really.
I get to be really cold-hearted, and I think it's
Ooh.
really fun
Yeah.
to play.
it's completely different from her personality.
Oh, yeah.
She's all bubbly.
President of the company, you said? Or?
The founder,
Founder.
and yeah. So eventually that character steps down and starts fighting for the girls later because that character realizes, oh.
Also, it started affecting him too.
Yeah.
Oh,
like
really?
black fingertips, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that would be hard though, because I would imagine initially he's probably looking at it as like, hey, you want
Yeah.
to shut this down, take this from me. And it might be hard to accept that,
Yeah.
it's what he created and he comes around later, huh?
Yeah. Towards the beginning of the show, he steps down from that position, and somebody else takes over. And then later, he finds out how dangerous the radium actually is, and testifies for the girls.
Wow. And clicking on the QR code, I think it does go and purchase tickets that way. Or again, at the door, you can get them. They're $1 more, $8 for adults, $6 for students at the door, or if you purchase for any of the performances.
Yes.
So if you purchase tickets, you can go Thursday night at 7, Friday at 4, or Saturday at 7 p.m., whichever show works best for you.
Yeah.
It's about people standing up for what they believe in, what they think is right. There's a bunch of really, really powerful scenes that I'm in personally. It's a bunch of really powerful ones. Going through. That's
So your character, Hayden, another girl who like.
there is 5 of us in total,
Yeah.
Okay.
but we have 3 main ones.
These
Okay.
3 girls actually, in the beginning of the play, didn't know what to do. They were putting the paint in their eyes, their
In their
teeth.
mouth.
Like, these girls
In their
don't know what
mouths.
they're doing to them, and like, it's infecting them, and it's
Ooh.
horrible.
Wow.
We think it's just funny. We get told that we're wasting the paint. We're like, oh, well, what else?
It's
Well,
fine.
later then they thought it was used to cure cancer.
Oh yeah,
And to
Madame
help,
Curie
like-
thought it was going to be cancer's cure.
Wow.
They made some like revitalizing serums with radium.
Oh yeah, Radathor.
Yeah, Radathor.
Oh, that must have been.
Hundreds, maybe even thousands died from it.
That
Yeah, I really wonder how much effect those sales had.
Yeah.
And people were claiming it
Wow.
was helping them, like feeling like they had been struck by lightning and
Throughout the play, except
Gotcha.
for like the company's owner.
That was before Tang. I don't know. That's
Yeah.
none of
Oh,
you-
yeah,
I don't know if
Tang,
you ever
yeah.
heard of Tang,
Mhm.
but
the orange
the
one.
aunts or a flight cruise, they would say, "Oh, drinking Tang," and yeah. But wow, rated tour.
Radathor,
yeah.
Radathor. That just scary.
I know.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound good.
We have a whole line of bottles set up.
Yeah.
We have a whole like tech crew working on this.
Uh-huh.
Like
So
the
many
lights
props.
And, the lights and sound is what really makes for the many different memorable scenes and all the different scenes. We have different lights for everything.
Oh, yeah.
And then the sounds is what, like if there's knocking, we have knocking.
Yeah.
There is a factory whistle that tells us girls when it's time to go to work.
Oh, and we also have like lights for dreams and like
Yeah.
graveyards
Yeah.
and
Oh, wow.
like different lights for everything.
Oh, wow. That
Yeah.
sounds cool. Again, we're talking with Cameron, Hayden, and Maraya, and they are in Radium Girls, a performance, a drama play that is taking place Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Thursday performance is at 7 p.m., Friday at 4 p.m., and Saturday at 7 p.m. It's in the Payson High School Auditorium. Or they are available on their website. Pre-sale tickets for $1 less, adults $7, students $5, or at the door, adults are $8 and students are $6. And boy, it sounds like a lot of work has gone in to the production and like the stage crew and
Oh, yeah.
So hard, especially our director, Kathy Seiler.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't actually pick the play until like 4 weeks ago.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oof.
No,
Oh,
not
wow.
4 weeks ago. It was
5
longer
weeks
It
than
was
that.
longer. Like middle of September. I need help. We need to pick a play. And she lays out all these scripts for us, and she's like, pick one. And
We
we chose
We
Radio
were
Girls.
immediately drawn to Radio
Yeah,
Girls.
we seen it, and we were like, "One." And she's like, okay, we're doing it. And we were so
That's cool.
happy.
Wow. Radium Girls. So what drew you to this one?
Oh,
Well, the cover of the book was so.
it's like a full-on dial.
Convention center. The winning one act
Mhm.
was Radium Girls.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And they got to see little snippets.
Yeah.
It's
Oh
They
yeah, we
have
have
short-
short.
there is Radium. There's a musical. There's
Yeah.
a one act, and then there's a full length play.
Wow.
And we got to see the one act at state conference.
It was really cool.
And we got to see little snippets from it, and it was really nice.
Help out, yeah. So this play also made more sense for our community
Gotcha.
and what
Yeah.
we would be able to do.
Gotcha.
So it just worked out in every way.
Yeah.
So a musical as well. This is a musical, you said?
Yeah.
Oh, we are not doing a musical.
No,
We're
no,
just
no,
doing
no,
the
no,
full-length
no.
play.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is 3 different types. There's
Yeah.
so there's actually a movie too.
Uh,
There's
I've
a
seen it.
movie, there's a musical, there's a one act, and then there's a full length play.
Wow. Wow, that's pretty wild.
I will definitely say the
Yeah.
movie is nothing like the play.
Okay.
It's very different, but it has the same meaning, obviously, but it definitely focuses more on the girls than it does the legal battles and
Mhm.
Yeah.
what they're fighting for.
Yeah.
Mhm.
When we were deciding what we wanted to do, we immediately cut out the musical version because we do musicals in the spring.
Yep.
And then it was if we're gonna do a one act or if we're gonna do a full length play.
Mhm.
Ultimately, we decided on doing the full length play, even though we didn't have as much time as we usually do.
Mhm.
But we all just, our whole cast has been working so hard to put this together, and we're super excited to perform it this weekend.
And
Wow.
especially like our musical this spring, we're
Mhm.
trying to, we usually
We're
do
trying to go
tragedy in the fall and then a happy, bubbly musical in the spring. And then this year, we're gonna try to go all out, like our sets are being built professionally.
Oh, wow.
And we're just gonna do everything that we can for the musical this year.
Wow. There we go. So again, you need to get out and see Radium Girls. It's this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at the Payson High School Auditorium. Tickets are only $7 for adults, $5 for students. Those are pre-sale tickets at the door. It's only $1 more. And it sounds like this is going to be a great play.
Oh, yeah.
We're excited.
Yeah. Boy, it's so much work. That's when ever you or other drama students come in, just talking about the production. You can tell, just so much effort, time that's put into it, not only by the actors, but by the stage. what is it?
Technical troupe.
Technical.
Yeah.
Yeah, the technical troupe, that group. Yeah, and you said you've only been working on it how many weeks, really?
7 weeks.
About 7?
This will be the second.
This will be
This will be the 7th week, yeah. So
7th week. So in 7 weeks, you get all of this together.
Yeah.
every day after school for 2.5 hours.
Wow.
We have
We've
to
also
work.
had a couple Fridays too.
Yeah, a few Fridays over fall break we came in.
Mhm.
We've been trying to get this play in good shape.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yesterday we skipped 5th and 6th hour to do a fully, to run through the whole show, so
Gotcha.
that after school we can do tech work.
Okay.
Yeah.
How did that go, the run-through?
It was good.
It
It
was
was
good?
good.
Yeah. There.
Yeah, we're trying to fix every little mistake up before we open.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No.
Everyone's feeling super happy about putting the show on.
A little nervous. I noticed everyone is a little.
So nervous.
Yeah.
But we're all excited.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Wow. No, it's great. It should be a really good show. Again, a pretty emotional show
Oh,
yeah.
too.
Definitely.
Very strong.
It's very
Very
reminiscent of our last year's play Addict.
Oh.
I will definitely say that was
Yeah.
my favorite play of all time that we've
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. It's very reminiscent. Has the same
Kinda
feel
feel to
because
it, huh?
there's a ton of people dying. So I mean,
It's mostly because it has this, our last play was about drug awareness. This play is about standing up for your rights. It has a very big message, and it spreads a lot of awareness, especially within our small community that we have here in Payson.
because this is history. Like
Mhm.
we're telling a story that actually happened. And Addict was real life stories that have happened and are continuing to happen. And it's a very similar story, but very different at the same time.
Gotcha. Yeah, I pulled up for the musical and look at the poster for the musical.
Wow.
Oh yeah, we used that one.
That one is pretty crazy looking too.
Yeah. Because
Uh,
what
Yeah.
happens with the radium, the jaw actually rots first. Fingers and jaw rots. And basically what happens is it rots so bad that it falls off. So your jaw will fall off. It's
Yeah, there's
bad.
a lot of disfigurement that happened to the girls who were exposed to a lot of radium,
Mhm.
and specifically in their face for the dial painters.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, wait, because they're using the brushes and they're putting it to their mouths to point
Yeah.
the brushes.
So that's what, to like make the brush like a fine tip.
Yeah,
To
so
make-
we can paint all the dials and make sure
Yeah.
that's easily legible.
Because
Yeah.
if you can't see the numbers correctly, then we failed the job.
And
Uh-huh.
we did it for the men in the ward. They don't have time to like try and like squint and see it. We gotta make sure
Yeah.
it's perfect.
Wow, so that's what mainly the watches were for soldiers fighting in World War I, so they could see the watches, see the times, because if they're, deployment, maneuver, or attack or something, and it's like, okay, we're gonna go at this time, or they have to be able to see them, so.
And I know like the other people
Wow.
who were finishing the job got like screens
Mhm.
to figure out like to put the rest together, but the girls who were actually painting didn't. So
Mm.
that's why they were dying and other people were a little less exposed to it.
Yeah, so screen, so there was like a barrier?
It's like a
or-
LED screen in front of them, yeah.
Yeah, still not amazing, but it definitely kept them alive.
Yeah, where the
It
girls
spared them
had-
for a little longer.
Yeah, had no protection.
And the company
had
was
very
ignoring
direct
it. Like the
contact.
company was letting these girls die because
Wow.
they wanted their dials done.
Mm. Well, and for a cause, I mean, because
Yeah.
I think in a time like that, everyone's focused on the cause, the war effort, and,
Yeah.
Yeah.
what do we need to do? How are you helping out? We're all playing a part. So there's this big cause and a greater cause, so you do whatever you have to do. But when all of these girls start dying and the jaw dropping off, that's not
It's jaw
Good.
dropping.
Yeah, there's a line that kind of sums it up in the play about all the girls who's dying. It's like, what's one more dead dial painter?
That's me. Or I don't say the line, but I'm the dead dial painter.
Yeah, it's definitely something that's about what we just said about how they don't really care that these girls are dying until the end when they're
Yeah.
actually getting sued.
Yeah, in one of the last scenes, my character, the Markley, the lawyer, says to Arthur Roeder, the president at the time of the company, he says, "She looks like death." Roeder says to Markley, "She looks like death, Edna," and I say, "They all look like death, Arthur." I think that's a very, very powerful
I
piece.
think that scene and like our very final scene, not going into depth about it because surprise, but basically it's just so impactful because it's the end and it's the end for these girls and everyone is just breaking off and going into a new part of their lives or the end of it. It's really impactful.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that is reality. Even after they stopped using this, all of the women that were working in that plant were going to die from
Yeah.
that exposure.
Yes.
Every girl was going to die from radium poisoning at that point. It was horrible.
Yeah. Do they say how many, or do they know?
Oh, there
Well,
were thousands.
There was 100 girls working at the time when me, Catherine, and Irene were in the studio.
Mhm.
And so there's one line I say, there's like, there's like 100 girls. Why would they spend that kind of money on us
Mhm.
when they spent a lot of money to keep the like testers safe,
Mhm.
but not the painters?
And like, there's this one scene where the owner and the like runner and manager of the factory are
Mhm.
announcing that other factories are opening and they're gonna send girls to go help them, and more dials are gonna be produced and more girls are gonna get hired,
Mhm.
and it's more pay, and like they're trying to make it sound good when in reality they know it's about to happen.
Yeah, over about 4 or 5 years, it says in one of the lines that they've employed about 600-700 girls
As dial painters.
as dial
Yep,
painters.
just dial painters.
Just dial painters. So, what do they say, what does the Radium Company or the lawyer say about the measures that were put in place to protect other workers, but
Oh.
none were put in place to protect the dial painters?
Just
What was it
mainly the lead screens.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's basically.
They don't really
Yeah.
talk about it,
They don't really talk
but
about
the accusing lawyer for the one for the girls,
Yes.
he will ask the plant manager, the president, how many times did you see these girls pointing brushes on their mouths or stuff like this.
Mhm.
But they don't talk a whole lot about the preventative measures for the other sectors of the factory.
Mhm. But they were pretty, I guess they were noticeable because the
Yes.
dial painters were noticing them and,
Yeah.
asking these questions or saying, hey, what's
Yeah.
going on here? And then also not seeing deaths among those other
Yeah.
people.
That was
And,
one of the arguments for the company. They're like, well, it can't be us if only the girls are dying, because everybody else is fine.
Yeah.
And then they start seeing some problems throughout the rest of the factory.
It just took longer with some of the
Yeah.
other departments or other areas because they had those,
They didn't get as direct
levels.
of exposure.
Yeah. Wow. So again, Radium Girls, there are 3 performances by the Longhorn Theater Company this Thursday at 7 p.m., Friday at 4 p.m., and Saturday at 7 p.m., all in the Payson High School Auditorium. And the tickets, you can get them in advance on their website. They're $7 for adults, $5 for students, or you can get them at the door, and it's just $1 more, $8 for adults, $6 for students. And again, 3 days, so you have a few opportunities to go see this play, and I really encourage you to get out and see this play. It just sounds, like it's a powerful performance.
Definitely.
For sure.
Yeah. All right. Anything else you would like to add? Maybe this you have. When is your next play?
Ooh, the spring.
The spring, yeah.
Spring.
We're gonna be doing a musical.
Oh,
I'm so excited for this
musical.
one.
Oh, musical. And you'll be announcing that probably down
little bit
the
later,
road.
yeah.
Probably in December.
December.
Oh, we're auditioning in December,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Okay.
I think when the cast list comes out, that's when it's for sure.
Yeah.
Gotcha,
So-
but it'll be a musical.
Yes.
100%.
And you all are pretty excited about it.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
This is my favorite one yet.
Oh, wow. So here you go. Can't wait for that. And that'll be in the springtime.
Yes. Probably.
Should
Well,
be
Probably
March.
March.
Yeah.
Should be March.
March?
Yeah, unless for the past 5 years, we've had snow troubles.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
So if it doesn't
Yeah.
happen in March, it's gonna happen in April.
Snow. Wait, but you're doing it indoors. How is it? This
Well,
People can't
how
get
are,
to
how are
that.
people
I
gonna
know.
get to our place?
I know.
It's like snowing.
Yeah, and
I
we've
know.
had to cancel a lot of rehearsals in the past
Oh, yeah.
because of snow days at school, and a lot of some of our cast members live farther away.
Yeah, if you live further out of town. That's
Yeah.
something that some people don't realize when it comes to the snow days at school and school having delays or being canceled. And they'll look in town, then they'll say, wait a second, on the highway there's no snow, or they don't see anything. But they're not recognizing or realizing that a lot of students live outside of Payson, they're
Yeah.
traveling from different areas. buses if they can't get there, or they
Yeah.
don't want them driving in as well.
Exactly.
So, and then it affects drama, it affects
Oh,
all
yeah.
the programs, sports programs, all of it. So,
Definitely.
yeah, I could see where that could get in the way, especially when you have a very short time frame
Definitely.
to prepare, to practice, you know, the lines, to prepare all the props, all of it.
It's always a letdown to push
Yeah.
back a play.
We have a cast member who like lives near the Christopher Creek area,
Mhm.
and like she can never make it up here for rehearsals.
Mhm.
So we try to do it like online,
Mhm.
but if it's like snowing or raining, we're not gonna have good signal.
Yeah, that affects that as well.
That's a good thing. Some people buckle down, go over their script as much as they can.
Mhm.
Some people don't even need to come to
Yeah.
rehearsals. They
Yeah.
have got it down, but
Wow,
Yeah.
gotcha. But it doesn't make it better when everyone can get together.
Yeah.
Because then you work out those little kinks.
Oh, of course,
and-
yeah.
Yeah.
like this week is our most important week. Like everyone has to be here after school today, tomorrow, obviously Thursday because that's show
Yeah.
night. So
Yeah, right.
if you're not there,
Yeah.
I mean,
If we're not there on Thursday, something's wrong.
yeah, you know.
Well, hey, thank you so much, Cameron, Hayden, Maraya, for coming in today. Again, get out and see Radium Girls, 3 performances this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, 7, 4, and 7 at the Payson High School Auditorium. You'll definitely enjoy the play. And yeah, thank you.
Thank you for
Yeah.
having us.
Thank
Oh,
you.
you are so welcome. Thank you everyone for listening and watching this morning. Time to get back to the music here on KRIM with The Doors, America, Janis Joplin, and more. But first, weather service.